adventures of Jumping Worm continue. Today's wonderful story is titled, Jumping Worm and the Tiny Surprises. Once upon a time, there lived a cute worm named Jumping Worm. Jumping Worm lived in a magnificent forest, nestled among green leaves and colorful flowers. This forest was filled with the mysteries of nature and was brimming with adventure-filled surprises. One day, as Jumping Worm was wandering through the forest, a series of small surprises appeared before him. First, he saw brightly colored stones among the flowers. These stones shone like gold, scattering light all around. Jumping Worm, driven by curiosity, approached these stones and began to examine them more closely. While meandering among the stones, he found a tiny note inside a tree hollow. The note read, "Be on the lookout for surprises." Jumping Worm smiled excitedly as he took the note. He decided to discover what else was around him. Later on, a bit further ahead, as Jumping Worm's eyes gazed up at the sky, he encountered a sky full of colorful balloons. The balloons were dancing with each other, playing in the wind. Watching this beautiful scene, Jumping Worm felt a surge of joy inside him. He savored the spectacle of colors in the sky. Jumping Worm continued to encounter surprises. After walking in the forest for a while, he came across a picnic table. On the table, there were colorful candies and delicious fruits. Jumping Worm joyfully embraced this sweet surprise. He began to picnic, tasting his favorite foods. At the end of this day, filled with tiny surprises in the forest, Jumping Worm felt very happy and cheerful. Everything he saw opened the doors to a world full of adventure. Thinking about what surprises he might encounter tomorrow, the worm happily drifted off to sleep. The next morning, Jumping Worm woke up refreshed and ready for new adventures. The colorful balloons and delicious candies he had dreamt about all night were still on his mind. As he started wandering through the forest, he was determined to examine everything he came across more carefully. While on his way, he discovered a large and mysterious library. The doors of the library were open, and inside were shelves filled with books. Jumping Worm, driven by curiosity, entered the library and got lost among the books. Each book was like a door to different worlds. As Jumping Worm explored these magical worlds, he lost track of time. Then, on the top floor of the library, he found a bunch of toys. These toys were colorful and cute. As Jumping Worm played among the toys, reminiscing about his childhood, he began to play joyfully. However, suddenly, he stumbled upon a mysterious room in the library. The room was locked, and he couldn't enter. Jumping Worm began to examine the room curiously, thinking, maybe there are more surprises behind this room. When he left the library, he was still thinking about the mysterious room. Perhaps he could find the key to the room and discover what was inside. Jumping Worm started to search around the library to find the key to the mysterious room. He searched everywhere but couldn't find the key. Finally, in the garden of the library, he found an old and rusty key. Excitedly, he took the key and ran straight to the mysterious room. When he opened the door, a magical world greeted him inside. The walls were covered with colorful paintings, and in the center of the room was a giant throne. As Jumping Worm looked around, he thought about how wonderful this magical world was. While examining the throne, he saw a note on it. The note read, "Ruler of the magical world." Jumping Worm thought he didn't deserve this title, but he decided to follow the instructions written on the note. According to the note, Jumping Worm's mission was to ensure the happiness of all living beings and to color the world. Jumping Worm immediately set out to fulfill this mission. First, he watered all the plants around him, planted colorful flowers. Then, he went deep into the forest, making friends with all the animals and helping them. Over time, Jumping Worm's efforts bore fruit, and the world became more beautiful and colorful than ever. Everyone's faces were smiling, and happiness was felt everywhere. Jumping Worm had now become a hero. He was not just a worm, but also a friend who had won everyone's love. This adventure, ending with a happy ending, became one of Jumping Worm's most unforgettable adventures. I'm sweet girl, Linda. Our story ends here, dear friends. If you like adventure stories like this, I'm always telling them. If you subscribe to my channel, you will find more stories that you will enjoy and have fun with. See you in new adventures. Goodbye.